it's releasing, oh my gosh, you've got to do this. Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our kitchen. Today we're doing another 4, 3, 2, 1 video for 3 ingredient recipes, or generally items. So many loopholes. To try one time in your life. I'm not sure exactly what part this is, but it is involved in a playlist where if you want some other ideas and inspiration, I genuinely love doing these videos. Might make some tweaks on it going forward because I've got some other cool ideas and stuff, but on a budget or creativity, if you just want to make something in a hurry, 4 courses. So start, a main, dessert and a drink with 12 items, and the flexibility is insane. So thank you so much for all the support on this. Check out the playlist if you haven't already. Should we get going? All right, so these columns, anyone remember that game, Columns, on the Sega Mega Drive? Amazing. So these are all our meals. On the right here, we have bananas, pastry, and chocolate custard. We're gonna do some banana custard tarts. We're gonna do a chicken Caesar pasta. We're gonna do a mushroom, garlic, and herb dip. And my favorite today is something I nearly did a whole dedicated video on recently. With these chums, we are gonna make a roasted white chocolate hot chocolate. It takes a little bit of work, so that is what we're gonna start with. We're gonna get the drink going, and I think by the time the drink is ready, we can actually make all the other stuff. That is how easy this is gonna be today. Stonking. A lot of pointing, sorry. We are preheating our oven for the chocolate to a mighty 100C fan or 120C or equivalent, which is actually quite low, but we want nice control of toasting our white chocolate. The main thing to do is to make sure that it's all on one princess layer, and hey ho, in it goes. So give it 10 minutes like that first of all. Okay, so whilst that is in the oven for the first 10 minutes, the dip, the starter, is so easy. We can make it whilst it's doing that first 10-minute thing. That's pretty cool, right? And it's super flexible. I've got some cream cheese here. This is a flavoured cream cheese with garlic and herbs. You do so many other different ones, or if you wanted, you could do sour cream or something like that instead. This is a light mayonnaise. You could go full fat mayonnaise. You can get some different flavoured ones too. And this is the main hub that brings it all together. This is a pack of like dried soup mix. I personally really like mushrooms, but a lot of the internet doesn't, so a really good one. I was looking, actually, they had a French onion soup would be good. So this is a mushroom soup, and it's dried mix, okay? So you normally add the hot water to it. 2 sachets of that with the mayo and the cream cheese now. They now call it soft cheese rather than cream cheese generally. I'm sure there's a good reason for that, but that's for people smarter than me. But for the whole concept of 4, 3, 2, 1, the garlic and the herb, that's free flavour. Do it if you can. So we're using roughly equal parts mayonnaise to the cream cheese. And the soup comes in packets like this. Ooh, with some croutons in there as well, nice. But look, as I just stir this through, what we're gonna do is get the moisture from the mayonnaise and the cream cheese, absorbing that powder and starting to soften up the mushrooms and those croutons, okay? And it's giving it a little bit of banding of colour. This is awesome. So in 10 stirs, I'm not counting, it might have been 9, I'm not gonna go crazy, we have got a garlic and herb mushroom dip. Keep this in the fridge because it will help to soften it, and we can have it right at the end. That is literally it. And it smells really good. See you in a bit. Well, if I wasn't filming that, it wouldn't have taken long at all, but that has been probably about 11 minutes, if we're being that specific today. 9 stirs and 11 minutes. Nice low heat. Nice. I'm gonna put it on a trivet. A lot of people say to me, Barry, where did you get these trivets from? These are Joseph trivets. I don't know if I might start doing that actually, but just put in my description of my videos, like channel things that I use, or maybe I should just do a list on my website or something. But they're amazing. Yeah, like not sponsored to say that at all, but just when, you know, when something's good and it's like, you see how much practical that is. There's loads of things like that, so maybe I'll do that. They're just so convenient. You just want to agitate it, get it kind of like into like a pasty vibe. You can see how it's a bit more chunky. There it is. Every 10 minutes now, we're gonna take it out and agitate it, and hopefully we'll slowly get that color change. It can take up to an hour, so up to 6 increments to do that. So it's a bit of patience, but in that meantime now, we can get our dessert going. Banana chocolate custard tarts. We have got a roll of ready-made short crust pastry. You could use puff pastry, make it into tarts. I did see in some supermarkets now you can get like a chocolate pastry. Oh, banana, it's a chocolate banana tart, so it needs banana in it. We're just gonna mush that up and have it as the base layer in the tart. For the custard, I've gone a little bit crazy, and I don't actually know how popular custard is outside the UK. If you're from another country, can you let me know? Generally, do you like custard? Like, we quite like it here in the UK. And this is a tin of chocolate custard, so it's an enhanced thing again, a bit like our cream cheese, a flavoured custard, but they do other ones as well. They do like quite posh ones where the vanilla is super enhanced with vanilla bean speckles. Nearly went for that. This is the 3. And this is my cupcake tin. Tried to make that sound quite dramatic. So we're just gonna unravel this carpet. And I am just completely guessing here. This is one of Mrs. B's gin glasses. So just want it to fit neatly into our tray, pressing it in. I'm not gonna line it or anything. I do find that with pastry like this, it just tends to sort of pop out anyway. So just repeat that with your pastry sheet and your gin glass. Yeah, all right kids, your gin glass. Nice. All right, next take your banana and get 2 forks and just squish away. I feel like I'm a baby again. Yeah, mushy banana pulp paste. That's appetizing, isn't it? Just to cover the base of it, okay? I kind of like that it's like a little bit of a hidden cheeky banana kick. Man, bananas are brilliant. I feel like I should tell you guys a funny story. So we went away for 3-4 nights to Cornwall recently, and actually we managed to take Amy and Boston with us. We hired out a house, it was amazing. We were surprised by it because it wasn't that it was out of season. We were restricted by like the food. At night we really struggled to eat, and we generally went to a place called Padstow, but we caught a boat over from a place called Rock because we were staying nearby in a place called Polzeth, I think. On our first night there weren't many choices for food, so we're like, okay, well we'll just drive to Rock, that's got a few more foodie spots. And there was like 2 or 3 foodie places near the ferry where you could catch over to Padstow, but I was like, oh, I don't want to do that, it's quite over the top. We went into these restaurants saying, like, we haven't booked a table, could we have some food? And like they all turned us away going, no, we're going to close soon. Oh my gosh. Apparently that's quite popular in the hospitality industry at the moment since COVID and stuff. A lot of people are like closing early and stuff. One of the waiters was like, are you Barry? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, well you wouldn't want to eat here anyway. Look, Gordon Ramsay lives over the road. And I'm like, what? I don't like telling where people live, but I think it's quite common knowledge like that he lived there, and we weren't aware of that. We were literally stood about 4 houses away from Gordon Ramsay's house, and like knock on the door. Hi Gordon, do you mind if you put us a sandwich together or something? We haven't got anywhere to eat. In the end, we went to like this sort of kebab shop and got some very, very expensive fish and chips that were not amazing. I'm not going to name and shame, but it was the polar opposite of what we were expecting. But maybe next time we'll knock on Gordon's door. Amongst that lovely story, folks, sorry, I was spooning the chocolate custard. Do you know what? I might regret doing this, but I want to make it look a little prettier. I don't know whether it's going to set, burn, get cast and sink into the custard, but at the moment, it's holding its weight quite well. Because that's at such a low temperature, that oven, I'll have to put these into a different one, but before we actually even start to do that, let's agitate. Oh, wow, look, you see that? Oh, you see it? It's almost like a clay. So that's nice and agitated. Look, you've got these lumps here. Don't worry, like I say, we're just gonna keep doing this. I probably won't show you every 10 minutes. You get the idea. Oh, the only other thing, oh my gosh, that's close. The only other thing, the only other thing to say is if you don't want it roasted or caramelized or baked, whatever we're gonna call it, like you could have made this hot chocolate by now. It just enhances that flavor so much. You're gonna, trust me, I think it's worth it. And in they go for a solid 20 minutes. I am putting a baking tray underneath it just to make sure if it spills. I don't think it will, but it's there just to catch anything. Just had a moment where I was like, oh right, yeah, we'll do the starter now. And I realized, oh, no, we've actually already done it. It was that easy. So we're gonna jump straight to the main, which is a chicken Caesar pasta. And we've completely stumbled upon some stonking stuff here. This is some chicken, bacon, and parmesan ravioli. So you're getting the chicken and the parmesan of the Caesar salad in there. We've got some low-fat Caesar salad dressing. And I had one spare item or ingredient free. This was in the reduced aisle. I tend to go in the supermarket last thing at night because it's quieter. I can get around there quicker, and they tend to get a few reduced items. So it's kind of, this was literally cheaper than some other bits. We've got beans, broccoli, and sweet corn, all right? So in that goes the pasta, nice. And we're gonna add water. So obviously normally you would cook something like this in a saucepan, but I'm gonna half fill it because this is where we're gonna serve it as well. And if you wanted to go crazy, you could put a stock cube in with this as well now, season it to your liking, all that stuff. I'm not gonna do that, all right? In fact, if I was to say add anything to this at the end, I would definitely get an extra bit of parmesan just to freshen that up. The only way I'm getting that in is there's cheese in the salad dressing, but there is of course the parmesan within the pasta, but just to give that extra on top. Mwah! Just simmer away, will not take long. So I'm back to agitating. Custard tarts are looking fantastic as well. That'll be the next thing we get out. Oh my, it's releasing, oh my gosh, you've got to do this. Okie dokie, so the tarts have come out. They've got a bit of a skin on and some of them have burst, but the bananas, oh my gosh, it's gonna slide, are still in place. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna let them sit there, take them out and put them on the wire rack to cool down. You could chill them if you want, but yeah, stick your banana on because they've dried and held and look like little icebergs. All right, folks, hopefully you can see, just jumping back to the white chocolate now, it's kind of like, if you can imagine like a peanut butter color. It smells so good in here. Oh my gosh. Little update on the tarts. 5 of them came out fine, and 1 of them decided, no, the banana's gonna stick to the bottom, so I would actually line them just in case, but I'm really happy with that. So I scraped up the white chocolate from a tray and bunged it in the microwave just to loosen it up a little bit. It's fine because the paste will just warm through anyway, but I just found it easier to keep it in this pot. So you'll need a pan, some milk, push in that toasted white chocolate. The smell is so good. I don't know if they sell this in jars yet, but I guarantee it's coming. That's my prediction. When you're cooking with milk, when you're warming it on a pan, you need a whisk, okay? You must stir it, otherwise it will scorch your pan as it warms. And that's literally it, it's 2 ingredients. So we'll sit it down there. All right, nice low flame. And let that sort of break down as it stirs and dissolve through into that milk. It's already changing the color of it already, that's awesome. I got a bit excited there, whoops. I got some white chocolate in my pasta. And the water has pretty much 3/4 reduced down, but that's going to coat that Caesar infused dressing all over those ingredients that are already softened, ready to cook. So we'll let it simmer again just to thicken it down a little bit more. But please, if you're making this, salt, pepper, more parmesan. Ah, stonker. I think it's time to serve this up, folks. All of it. It'll probably settle as it cools, but look at that consistent colour. You could put cream on top for a 3rd ingredient. There we go then, folks. The hot chocolate is cooling down and it hasn't sort of separated or settled yet. That's amazing. We've got our mushroom, garlic and herb dip with the added tortilla chips because there's no cream there. Completely optional. The pasta is smelling so good. I just need to give it a little stir just to wake it up a bit. And of course the chocolate banana tarts that look a little bit like eyeballs, but I'm sure will be rather tasty indeed. Let's go. A wild Mrs. Barry has appeared.
I like that.
Yeah? Mushroom, garlic and herb. That's quite intense. I like the strength of that, that's nice. You could probably get away with 1 soup sachet, but I think it would be too mild. That is rich and naughty and so different ways that you could make that flexible.
Oh, that's really good. You could spread that on crackers or anything. I like it. Try it with the crisps. It's very nice.
That is really good. Oh my gosh.
That's one of those things. It's really Moorish and you could just keep eating and eating and eating.
Chicken Caesar salad pasta, right?
Nice.
The pasta is a ravioli with chicken, bacon and parmesan in it.
Oh, yum.
Salad dressing, Caesar salad dressing, and then some vegetables that I could chuck in with it as well.
Oh wow. That's really, really nice. That works really well.
I'm so happy because it's actually still warm for a change.
It is. It's not cold.
Normally by the time I've done a thumbnail, it's like, oh yeah, I imagine this would taste even nicer when it's warm. Because it's fresh pasta, you're only supposed to cook it for a couple of minutes, but I just thought I will leave it in there a little bit more to brew it with all those vegetables, really soften them up. I do feel like a bit of pepper on there and some parmesan grated on top just to enhance that. You could put this in a baking dish as well. You didn't need to do it on the hob. You could just put that in a baking dish, bake it, foil on as well, all that stuff.
And the vegetables work really well with it too.
So I made 6, but line them, okay, so they come out easier. These are my banana chocolate custard tarts.
Okay.
So there should be a hidden band of banana at the base, okay?
Nice.
They're not chilled. Yeah, go for it. yeah, they're not chilled, so I don't know if they might all explode.
That was amazing.
That's good. There's just nothing else to, I mean, it's quite comfort foody, isn't it?
I feel like you could always replace the custard with Nutella.
I think that's worked away really
nice.
well. So this is my favourite one that I predicted out of the lot, but I like all of them so far. Oh my gosh. Right, Roasted white hot chocolate. Are you ready for this? It hasn't settled yet, but as it's cooling down slightly, there's a little bit of a skin forming, that's fine.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
That is so nice.
Luxury in a glass.
Oh my gosh, that really is.
It feels, it's quite a warm day today, so it feels like that on a
bit weird.
Yeah, I feel like I want a cold drink right now, but on a...
That's like one of the best hot chocolates I've ever had.
Thanks, mate. It's sort of thick and glorious and
oh, that's so naughty.
Velvety, isn't it? It's quite... You could probably have used maybe a third less of that white chocolate mix, but I think that's what gives it that.
You wouldn't get that same richness, that same taste.
It's like drinking velvet, isn't it? But oh my god.
That's so nice.
Remember, this playlist is just about your creativity. You can go to town on it, use 4 or 5 ingredients. That's the idea. Just use it as a base for ideas, get you out of trouble, some really cool emergency dinners. There's some people that actually do the playlist as dinner, as like a come dine with me with their friends, which is pretty cool. So if you do that, send me some photos of that. There was a few of you that did that and had a party. That was really cool to see. So yeah. So any cool ideas you've got for 4, 3, 2, 1, do let me down below. I'll adapt the idea a little bit anyway. My personal favourite one was actually... as luxurious as that was expecting it, I think that dip was outstanding. I mean, it's all good though, isn't it?
Me too.
Is that your favourite, the pasta? All right.
You know what, you can even use that dip like as a pasta sauce. Mix pasta in with that.
You could actually. Or maybe I should just do a video called 12, where I just merge it all into one mega, yeah, all the 4 courses just combine into some white chocolate Caesar, like chocolate-y dip. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Put on your sweatband, check out the rest of 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Make sure your notifications are turned on, and then I'll tell you about new videos. It's quite good, that, isn't it? Thanks, YouTube. And we'll see you later. Bye!
L-O-V-E is how you spell food. Gonna make some truffles to get you in the mood. To me, your support is smooth as silk. When I have my cereal, I pour on milk. If you got a food mixer, give it a whirl. I gotta let you know I'm still cooking in love with you, girl.
The other thing I really like is this spatula. This is like one of my favourite utensils. I do have, I mean, we do, right? This is not crazy. Yeah, I've had it for years though, but struggling to get hold of another replacement, just or as a backup, you know? It's a bit like having that friend that you catch out. You're like, oh, haven't you worn that t-shirt for the last sort of 3 days running? Oh, no, I've got the same t-shirt. I just, I like it so much. I bought like 4 of them. I wear different ones every day. Oh yeah, you know who you are.